and welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3. So, last time around we managed to actually capture not one but two territories. And, yeah, that's about it. I can't remember anything else that was really important for me to tell you. In between episodes, the only thing I really did was that I kind of realized that I was clicked on this force. And we were moving pretty far, moving here to here, and then in one step to there. So I was thinking like, a major French force could technically strike from within the dark zone here and go directly to my current capital. So I want to protect that, and holding this bridge is a better choke point than to hold the town, because there's no special defenses here or anything. So yeah, we moved the force forward there. Otherwise, I didn't do anything. What I'm thinking we're gonna do is I want to deal with this force right here. So I'm gonna bring out the defenders of the town, because I don't want these guys running around burning, up infrastructure of my region. I definitely don't want that. So we're gonna hit them, and we're gonna hit them hard. Doing a little test here, as I know people are going to comment about it, because you're supposed to march your troops in column to make them go faster. But clearly that is not really applied during the campaign. Possibly that this unit has been moving slightly faster than this, but I'm thinking right now this one might be affected by the woods. But we're talking about, it's gained, like what, 5 people deep advantage over this kind of distance. So, really not something I would call noticeable. But I know people in previous campaigns have been talking about that. Right. Dragoons, provincial dragoons. We're gonna hold. The thing is, it's the disadvantage, of course, is being that you have to form into line, possibly very close to the enemy, since you might not have been able to see them. We're gonna back off because I think these guys are about to shoot. What I want to do is, the primary source of problem is going to be the cavalry here. So I want to hold for as long as possible before I open fire on them. But obviously before they end up in my flank. Okay, I don't think they're gonna get any closer. I'm gonna open up fire. We managed to shoot 3 of them. I'm gonna tell the unit immediately to turn or face them. And also this unit will slightly turn back. And you will slightly turn. Now the cavalry is ready to move in. You will open fire, and you will open fire. So everyone is fired will. This huge cavalry unit's coming in to deal with this militia. Getting fired upon. They're definitely firing at the cavalry. They managed to kill 6 of ours. If they'd held their ground, they might have actually stood against us. But they didn't. Right, the enemy cavalry's moved all the way around us. With this one routing, I think we can push through to the next one. You will do a complete 180, and we'll see about dealing with the provincial dragoons. Right, all the enemy cavalry I mean infantry, is now dealt with. And now it's only the enemy cavalry left. Let's see if they realize the game is up. And it's time for them to actually find a point to charge. Because they can't keep moving around forever. The dragoons see no option but to leave the battlefield. And so, as my cavalry is too tired to pursue them, they are free to leave the field. However, the infantry did not have the same luxury. We got the result from this battle, and here we can see that I only lost 20 men. Once again, the enemy killed 20, I lose 20. While the enemy lost most of their force, leaving only the dragoons, 130 of them, left to run away. What we can see here is obviously the cavalry killed the most, with getting almost 600 out of the... Wait, they got 557 kills out of 596, which leaves very little for the infantry units. But there you have that. A great victory. Unfortunately, the enemy cavalry remains. Now, I can pursue them with my own cavalry, but I think it's kind of a 50-50, and I think I'm hoping they're not going to burn down my logging camp. But right now that seems to be mostly wishful thinking. So my plan was here that I was hoping that we see this region revolt. I'm not too sure that's going to happen. And the fact that they are bringing in troops, so I'm actually thinking we might attack this area. Or at least what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up to... Oh shit, there's actually quite a lot of troops being moved around here. We're going to actually move anyways here, so I'm in the middle of like the intersection here in the woods. So I'll be ready to ambush any force that moves forward. We could possibly actually move on the attack here, but I think I'm going to wait one turn until I'll throw it in. And I also want to see what these guys do over here. But with that, our first turn is done. Let's go ahead and end. Perfect! Just what we wanted. So the first ever in this campaign anyways, deployment of our guerrilla warfare. Let's ambush these bastards. The French seem to be moving completely unaware of the danger they find themselves in, as they're actually leaving the protection of the woods, moving out into the open. I've decided to move, kind of interesting enough, my general is actually a infantry unit. So the general is embedded within this infantry unit rather than being like a proper general. So I'm going to see about hitting the French from two sides here, with the cavalry setting up in their flank, and we've got a larger infantry formation coming up behind. Oh, that one I don't want to face. My cavalry unit is rather small, and I definitely don't want it to get crushed. Getting fired upon by such a large unit. We're definitely gonna have to... Oh, here they come. We're gonna hold. The bigger unit in the back is gonna have to hurry up. Because imagine in the long run...
Sir, our general is under attack.
We're not gonna do too well. Currently we're under superior firepower. We do have the larger of the three infantry units coming up. And I might just do a raid on this one with the cavalry just to upset the unit. While we have the volunteers coming up from behind. Basically just to upset the unit. I doubt we'll break it. But I want to just cause as much damage as possible. And in all this smoke and crap, they're completely unaware that we are right behind them at this point. Oh, they're gonna turn around and fire upon us. Oh, the unit actually broke. Point blank range. The cavalry comes in for another go at the Frenchies. They're firing both sides, it looks like. They don't know where to shoot. I lost quite a bit of troops. I should have stopped this one earlier. I've got a bit greedy. Right, let's try and take as many of these bastards with us as possible. So we don't have to face these guys again. But that looked pretty spectacular. They were standing, you know, less than 10 meters apart from each other, firing straight into each other. I'm gonna make sure that as few French troops as possible make it out alive from this battle. First friendly fire of the battle. No surprise, as we were firing at each other like back in or at close range at each other, like at a unit on each side. Surprised though that it's only a single man that falls. Highest casualties recorded so far as well, with our force ending up losing 82 men in the fight. However, we destroyed the entire enemy force, which numbered 700, almost 800 men. Cavalry killed not the most, actually. It was this unit right here. Francisco was, I guess that was general unit then. Yes. He managed to lose 3. Highest loss was the biggest unit managed to lose 52 men there. Yeah. Had I opened fire earlier, have I not marched as close? Got a bit greedy, but that's how it is. We get another opportunity, but it's not an opportunity to ambush, it's an opportunity to intercept, and it's the troops from the town marching out, probably coming to find us after this battle. I'm not going to take this fight, as it's not going to be an ambush, and we might not have a good time this time around, as the enemy will bring superior troop numbers in everything, cavalry and infantry. I should have probably taken the opportunity to intercept there, as they were reinforced by yet another infantry unit brought into battle, so they outnumber me 3-1. I do have cavalry, but still, this is going to be a quite tough battle. Right, so we do have the enemy force right about here. We have impassable terrain. Now we're hoping to get them all to clump together. So I'm thinking that I want them to not come through here, because then we'll come through the woods and they'll probably, you know, get cover from that, and I'll have to fire from the open at them. So that's not a great plan. I want them instead to come through here, and as soon as they come over the ridge, then we'll open fire from down here on them, and they'll clump together. The cavalry will swing around and attack them in the back. That's how I'm hoping this will go. Currently the only unit, of course, they can see, because every other unit is hidden, is my general unit, and that is placed right here. So I'm hoping that all gonna be moving this way. And I will be able to set some troops up here behind impossible ground, ready to fire upon them. And we got the bigger unit also coming in here. And then my general unit, which is going to be set to march to there. And at the same time then, the cavalry will be marching through, coming up behind them. Now there's still tons of enemies coming up here. In a long shootout it's not going to work, so we're going to have to concentrate. I'm hoping then... Ooh, this one might be turning against the cavalry right now. I want to hit this one pretty darn hard. I was hoping they'd be forced to move more concentrated against me. Doesn't look like that. We're gonna actually march this one back, and so we hold the high ground while they'll have to move up here. What I most likely have to do is... Cavalry has now been spotted, actually. And for a second there. Okay, you will be able to fire from up here. But I don't think we'll remain here for long. Okay, move back a little bit. The enemy opens fire on us. They're coming up the hill. Move back up. They are starting to clump a little bit. Cavalry will be moving around. Better to return fire. General's unit will be moving around the hill to get up here. Good opportunity to open fire from here. Good range, hopefully. The enemy is firing uphill through woods. I think we're doing more damage on them so far. They're not as clumped as I wanted to. We are taking okay losses, while the enemy is definitely suffering more. The general unit is going to come in support. The enemy is slowly closing in. I do have my cavalry over here. There's a risk if the French... Oh, now we're starting to lose a lot of men down here. We're gonna have to pull back. Pull back rather quickly, actually. Superior firepower of the French. We're gonna have to strike that one. It's not at all in the way that I wanted this to go, but right, we will be able to strike the enemy general unit in the back. Okay, we've regrouped. I'll rally the force. Okay, they're too strong. We're gonna have to pull off. But at least it was enough to kind of upset their force a little bit. Unfortunately, it kind of spent my cavalry because they're now tired and shaken. But it sent their general on a wild goose chase. Currently the French are moving straight into my fire.
Sir, our general is under attack.
I don't know if there's a possibility here of me... What I need to do is I need to strike the units that are actually in combat. They're actually... We're dragging away 3 infantry units here. And we actually broke one. When they left, we were able to break one of the units. You can't see it because of all the smoke. But we did manage to break one of the enemy units. Let's push forward. And see if we can't force the other one off as well. And if I can kind of finish that one off, the one that's retreating. Hold. Hold. And then U-turn towards the general. I know you're tired, but I'm gonna tell you to run anyways. Now we're gonna produce superior casualties down here. I'm hoping that might be enough. In the long run, I don't think we can stand that unit. They're running. I'll send the cavalry after them. And then my units will now turn towards facing the general. We have an opportunity. We have an opportunity. Go after them. Cavalry will be tired, but they will make sure that those do not rally. Yes, that way may very well be the case, advisor. But it's better for them to be tired than dead. It was definitely touch and go there. But with superior maneuvering, I was able to pull off a victory. It looked really bad there for a moment before I pulled back. I got them into the position I wanted. Sort of, where I was able to produce local superiority in terms of firepower. So it didn't really turn out how I wanted exactly, but it kind of did, but not exactly in the way I maybe had envisioned it. And then we were able to produce superior firepower on one unit, and then on the next one. And finally, the general unit lost heart firing uphill there. And I called in my infantry for the opportunity to just charge down and destroy them. Unprecedented victory. We had 442 men against 1273. The enemy lost the bulk of their force, basically everything. Only 68 of the enemy remain after the battle. So like more than 95% of them were taken out. My force deployed 442, out of which I lost about 25%. Which means that we have 329 remaining. However, the amount of troops that we killed is, you know, absolutely staggering. With the hussars almost killing 500, and then the infantry 250, with this one right here 158. Thing though is, these guys are exhausted from battle. And they need reinforcements. Or really just get the hell out of Dodge. They're so deep in enemy territory. But damn, that was a fantastic victory. Right, Trent gained governess, and then this general gains brave soldier and steady under fire, which he certainly was. So he gains lots of morale for his troops on the battle. Lots of troops have been recruited in Valencia to hold down this area. So I was thinking maybe I'd move this force over here, but now instead, as soon as the cannon's done, which will be next turn, this force will be heading down to conquer this area, while these will be moving back. I'll march through this, and then back to Cordoba, and then from Cordoba we'll be starting our march to Madrid. The British have been moving most of the troops. I was hoping they're moving them over here, but now I'm seeing Wellington over here, so it might be that Wellington is actually just consolidating all its troops in Gibraltar and not actually going to do anything, which would be quite a shame. I want to see if they've got some troops on the move here, but nothing's particularly dangerous. My priest is changing 1% at a time. But we're already so heavily in favor of us there. This one, oh yes, now I remember. I was supposed to assassinate that guy. What we're doing here. Anti-French is increasing. Could be why they're sending reinforcements. We're gonna draw into battle there. This is gonna be a proper battle. They've got the 13th Graziers. They got cannons. They got bloody Polish Legion. Lots of good troops. And a good general as well. So that's gonna be one hell of a battle when we move to face the enemy over there. Maybe I should send these troops to aid in this battle instead, because we might need it. Because it's going to be a very heavy battle. At the same time, I think they actually move troops out of this place. But I should be able to attack this with just what I've seen from what my guerrilla tactics, how well they work. Then Francisco Mina should have no problem, hopefully, to take Barcelona from them. Over here, I mean, there is a possibility of us straight out attacking this. Just so we can replenish our troops. Which I think could work, because there's only one hussar, and then there's going to be some shitty militia holding that place. So it looks really good for us right now, I must say. I do wish... Wait, the trade route is gone. The trade route was going here. Could that mean that the French have taken... or the British have sunk the ships that the French were holding up here? Anyways, my first trade ship is going to go down here anyways. I think the bulk, if I remember correctly, the bulk of the French force or naval force is up here. But the English are kind of holding the strait. So why don't I go and see if I can't go up the coast and maybe secure a holding here. Also kind of want to maybe have some ships just go along the coast and see what's going on. Raid some of the ports and so on. But yeah, this is going to be it for the second episode. Not sure how long this one is, because there was actually quite a few battles. But yeah. With that said, it's high time to end the episode. So I'll say as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.
glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.